Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cartoon Boom. This is a show where we wake up with the Saturday morning sun, pop down on the floor with a big bowl of sugary cereal, and watch our favorite cartoons, both old and new. I'm your digital clone ready to stab you in the back and take over the grid, Joseph.
And I'm your bitter but noble hero from the past, ready to train you up as my successor. My name's Chris.
And today, we watched Tron, Uprising.
Not really Tron that's uprising. It's Tron's new friend that's rising up, you know? Because Tron's just there.
It should have been like Tron, the series, Son of Tron, or something.
Yeah, but it's not his biological son.
No, but Son of Tron sounds better than
Son of Tron.
Yeah, that sounds cool. We need to make a Son of Tron.
We'll make Son of Tron.
It's just like Son of Kong.
I have a question for you, though.
Yes.
Oh, real quick. This was suggested to us by EpicOtter. Thank you so much, Epic.
Yes, thank you, Epic.
My question for you. Did you know Tron was a person or a character before watching this series?
No, I did not. I'll be honest with you. I thought, because I've never seen the movie or anything
I know.
Or surrounding the movie. So I thought Tron was just like short, like a cool short name for electronics. It's like, oh, it's just our Trons. How wrong I was.
Okay. I mean, fair. I've seen both movies, but like the first movie, I don't remember almost anything from it other than what they sum up in the beginning of this like story real quick. Like, and then I remember a little bit of Tron Legacy, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I hated that movie. It was like, I hate's a strong word. I didn't like that movie. It was not fun to me.
Yeah, that came out 13 years ago. Like, for some reason in my head that was like recent, but I was like, oh god, I'm just aging so fast.
Yeah, we're just on the roller coaster towards the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, 13 years ago. And then Tron, the original one, came out in 82, I think. It was before we were even born. It's crazy.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. We're hurtling towards death at lightning speed. And Tron is there to mark our age, just like cutting open a tree and looking at its rings. We've got Tron.
Yeah, they need to make a Tron every few decades of our life. Like, we're gonna have Tron at 40, Tron at 60, and then Tron at 80, and then hopefully we'll make it past that. We'll see.
That's what they're gonna call it too. Like, that's the next one.
Tron at 80, Son of Tron.
Tron at 80.
They have to throw Son of Tron in there at some point. That's all I'm saying.
That'd be great.
You don't have to pay me or credit me for it. Just please do it. But the show, Tron Uprising, aired from 2012 to 2013, based on Tron and Tron Legacy by Steven Lisberger and Bonnie McBird, developed by Edward Kitsis and Adam Horowitz, directed by Charlie Bean and Robert Valley. Charlie Bean, I like that name. Produced by Sean Bailey Productions, Disney Television Animation, and Polygon Pictures. This one ran for one season, 19 episodes, originally on Disney XD. For a short synopsis, in the computer world of The Grid, a young program joins Tron's fight against the world's tyranny. And when I say program, I mean person. It's just a young man, but they're all called programs. Okay, you've seen Tron. Are they programs like, hey, this is my antivirus program, this is my tax program? Is it things like that? What does that mean? No.
It's because this is a completely virtual world. So think of it more like each character is an AI program, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Think of each like an individual AI program that has their own sentience within this world.
So it's like a society of Chat GPT kind of thing.
Yeah. Basically, we're getting real close to that being reality, which is a little scary.
Yeah.
So
I sometimes have Chat GPT tell me stories like, hey, tell me a cool story about He-Man, and he'll just make something cool up out of what he knows.
Really? Oh, yeah. I never thought about that. That's pretty cool.
It's just, and they're short too. If you ever want like a cool fanfic written better than a lot of fanfics are, then just ask Chat GPT. He'll do it.
Oh, wow. Do you give your Chat GPT a name?
No, not really.
Do you think you should? Like, because now after watching this, I feel like we need to bestow a name upon them.
Maybe I should. You know, if it was a thing where like I had my own personal Chat GPT and he was like inside of an Android body or something, then yeah, I would. But now that he's like public Chat GPT, like that's just his name, Chat GPT.
Maybe instead of Son of Tron, you rename Chat GPT Tronson.
Tronson.
Like, yeah. Hey, Tronson, tell me some He-Man. Give me a He-Man story.
Give me a cool He-Man story, but where Skeletor wins.
Yeah, do that, Tronson.
Come on,
do
Tronson.
it now.
Yeah, cheer me up.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. So, who are some of the actors who played in this cartoon?
There was so many, and all of them are like. This was weird. It's like almost all of them are A or B list actors.
Yeah, I saw that and was surprised.
And maybe a few C's. I don't know where everybody sits. Like I don't know. I don't know my alphabet.
You're not familiar with the actor alphabet. Got it.
Yeah, I'm not. But like I just know that I recognize the majority of them, which is kind of crazy to me. I don't know how they did this, but I guess they got that Disney money. So, I mean, it is what it is. So the voice of Beck was provided by Elijah Wood. Now, everyone knows who Elijah Wood is. Do I have to really get into anything about Elijah Wood? Everyone knows.
Okay, let me preface. I like Elijah Wood as an actor and everything else he does, and a person. He's awesome. Do you think his voice matched what Beck looked like? Because I was having some issue with that.
It was a little odd to me at times. Like, he just has such a soft voice.
Yeah, a soft, like higher resonance to his voice. And then Beck is supposed to be like I guess he's supposed to be young, but he's also like kind of a tall, like, I don't know, more built.
And kind of rough dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Like, I mean, not really rough, but he's a leader in a almost not authoritative, but powerful way, because he has to be, because he's basically an anti-hero. He's a
renegade.
I mean, as seen by the Grid. Yeah. Renegade. He's a vigilante. And if you think right now, Elijah Wood voicing like a vigilante, like Batman style, sounds weird. Well,
think of Han Solo with Elijah Wood's voice.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird, huh?
Yeah. See how weird that would feel.
He did fine, though.
No, he did good. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a great actor. It's a weird match. It wasn't his fault. It was just a strange match by the I don't know, voice caster person.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Moving on. I'm sorry. I had to point that out.
Yeah, no, let's talk about that for 30 more minutes. The voice of Tron was provided by Bruce Boxleitner, who was actually did play Tron in the movies, in both movies.
Yes, which is awesome.
Did I just steal one of your marshmallows?
No, I figured you would cover that since that was
fine.
a voice acting thing.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, I just thought that was cool. I wasn't sure, and I thought so I looked it up, and I was like, oh man, it was him. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
The character of Abel was provided by, the voice was provided by Reginald Vell Johnson. If you don't recognize that voice, shame on you. And also, I guess not shame on you, because that just means you're young. He was the dad, Carl, from Family Matters.
Yep.
I love that man. He always plays a cop in every live action thing he's in. Everything. I've seen him play a cop so many times, and he's the big portly cop that you just want to give a hug to.
Yeah.
I love that man. Every time I see him, I'm happy.
Like, he's always good cop. He could never play bad cop.
Oh, oh God, he's just a friendly looking guy. He's a teddy bear in human form.
Exactly.
The Grid itself, the Grid was voiced by Trisha Helfer. And when I say the Grid, that was kind of like doing all of the announcements, also the narration.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She was also one of the main characters from Battlestar Galactica, one of the main Cylon, the very first one that you meet. And I'm talking about that remake of Battlestar Galactica. And I didn't write down the character's name, but I don't remember. It was a number. There you go.
7.
I think it might have been 6, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I was close.
Anyway, she's great, though. She's a great actress. And in real life, she's very funny, too. The character Mara's voice was provided by Mandy Moore of television and singing fame. Yeah,
wow,
Mandy Moore.
Interesting.
More famous now for the show This Is Us, where I'm pretty sure she won a lot of awards and such. But character of Zed, voiced by Nate Cordry. I don't know if he's related to Rob Cordry, but he's got to be, because dude looks a lot like him. Like, I'm thinking maybe his son or something, maybe. General Tessler, voiced by Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
Which I knew you were going to be excited about that one. How you tell me other stuff he's been in, because I know you're excited.
Yeah, I mean, primarily for me, well, okay, so for other people, maybe Aliens is going to be like your closest kind of thing as Bishop. But for me, it's Pumpkinhead. Like he is the primary actor in Pumpkinhead. And that's where I know him from most. And he's just so good in that role.
I love that movie.
And I've met him in real life. Super nice guy.
Yeah. The voice of Paige was provided by Emmanuel Shrieky. The voice of Pavel, I don't remember if it was Pavel or Pavel. Do you remember how they pronounced it?
No, which one was he?
Paige's kind of counterpart, the other bad guy.
Oh yeah, we got so little screen time with him.
I don't even know if we heard them say his name out loud.
I might have just seen his name in the subtitles when I had them on. Yeah.
Anyway, voiced by Paul Rubens.
Oh, really? Okay. You know what? I did see Paul Rubens' name in there. I just didn't know who he was attached to. Interesting.
Pee-wee himself, yep. Mr. Herman.
Mr. Herman.
Mr. Herman. The character of Dyson, voiced by John Glover, which, again, all these dudes are like pretty much live television and movie folks. John Glover was in Smallville for a very long time as the father of Lex Luthor. Cyrus, voiced by Aaron Paul, of Breaking Bad fame. So also kind of crazy.
Oh, okay.
My very last one here, the voice of Clue and Flynn, both provided by Fred Tatasciore, who's been in tons and tons and tons of stuff that we have reviewed. He's going to be one of the new Frank Welkers. He's in everything. Fred's going to be in everything. So there you go. There's your cast.
He does a really good Jeff Bridges impression.
He does. Dude sounded dead like Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, which
is great.
Yeah, which is perfect for that character since it was played by Jeff Bridges in the original. And I'm assuming the sequel.
And I'm sure like that means this dude, like if you can voice match a celeb, you get a lot of money for that. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Fred's got that Bridges money now. So there you go.
Yeah, he's like a cover band, but for Jeff Bridges.
Yep, exactly.
Perfect. Oh man, yeah. So that's a crazy cast for this show that it
wasn't on your radar. Yeah,
no, not at all, because I hadn't seen the movie. So it's like, why would I care? But for a few tasty marshmallows out of our big bowl of Tron Uprising cereal, this series is a prequel to Tron Legacy and a sequel to Tron. So it falls right in between the OG and the new G of these things. Although, it aired after Tron Legacy, but it's kind of like a bridging the gap between the two.
I didn't realize that, but now that makes me wonder because... So I didn't write her in because she wasn't a main character. Like I think she's only in one episode. But so the Tron Legacy movie stars Olivia Wilde.
Mm-hmm.
And she appears in this show. Like her character appears again.
Okay.
For one episode. And she reprises her role voicing that character. So.
All right. So I guess that's a lead in to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that this was supposed to come before that movie. I thought maybe it came after something. I don't know. But I don't remember the events of that movie, though. So, like, I'm a terrible judge of what goes where.
So, yeah, what's interesting, though, is that it's not revealed at the end of this series, I guess. And someone can prove me wrong if I am, what happens to Beck and why he isn't in Tron Legacy. So it's like they try to bridge that gap a little bit, but then they just leave a plot hole with him, I guess. So
he goes on to make music.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's what it is. He gets brought out of the digital world and he becomes the Beck we know and love in our world.
I'm a loser, baby.
The name General Tessler, who was voiced by Lance Henriksen, like you said, is a play on of the name of real life inventor Nikola Tesla.
Okay. I was thinking it must have had a Tesla connection. And does that mean that the character of Dyson is just named after Dyson vacuums?
Vacuums. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That was my first thought. I was just like, oh no, evil vacuum man. Yeah. Okay.
Beck's hairstyle is based on a proposed look for Tron in the original Tron from '82 that is visible in some behind the scenes photographs, but was not used in the film. So they just kind of reused that hairstyle from the concept art for the original Tron.
I'm wondering if it's because like hair doesn't do that in real life because gravity.
Maybe. I mean, hair can do whatever you want in digital world.
That's true. That's true. But like in digital world in that movie, it was not all digital.
Oh yeah, sure.
Real funny looking costumes on.
Wearing a lot of neon lights. Yeah, sure. But I mean, with gel, you can do pretty much anything.
But sure, you got to get that got to be glued stuff in the yellow tube.
Get some of that, or that red hair. I think it's called sexy hairspray. Then the giant red tube.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the huge red tube.
Yeah, and then your hair's going nowhere.
That might work. Yeah, that might work.
But it also might completely dry out. Yeah, I have seen people actually replicate Goku's hairstyle with, I don't know if it's those products, but with similar products. Anyway, so let's go ahead and talk about the episode we watched for today's show, starting with Beck's Beginning, Season 1, Episode 1. Where a young program called Beck, upon realizing that the leadership of the one called Clue may not be the best for programs, decides to fight back, but the program he meets in doing so will change his life forever.
Are you a little disappointed that now you know these aren't like, it's not like a vast antivirus?
I'm a little sad that it isn't programs as I know
and Windows
them.
Media Player.
Because I think that would be awesome if it's like, yeah, like this is my Winamp.
But I'm pretty sure that's what Reboot was, you know?
Yeah, kind of.
I think that's what that show was basically like.
I mean, except that they went inside of video games. So they were more like, I don't know. It's semantics here. But I feel like Reboot did a better, more believable digital world or understandable digital world than Tron has done for me so far.
I don't know. I think I got to disagree, but that might be because I've seen the movies.
I've seen 3 episodes of an in-between series, so I'm still a little clueless. I said clue. Okay, so we're going to talk about this.
I didn't catch it, man. Okay, I got it now. You're a little clueless. I'm a little Flynnless.
They explain a little bit of what happened in the previous movie, where Jeff Bridges' character Flynn creates a digital copy of himself, Clue, to create a perfect like utopian system within this digital world. And Tron is essentially the security, I'm going to keep calling him antivirus. The security system.
He's the antivirus.
Yeah, he's the firewall at the very least.
He's McAfee.
He's Norton to keep peace within this system. But Clue ends up getting a superiority or a god complex, I guess, betrays Flynn and seizes control of the grid, which is his system that he's in. And so our main character, Beck, finally decides that he has to be stopped. And that's where this whole thing starts to really take root. It opens actually with Beck being a captive, which I thought was interesting because we get like right into it. There's like very little lead up to it.
Flynn made this world, this digital world, because he likes he's a nerd. He made this video game world, and he's like, this is sweet. I'm going to make a clone of myself in here to really do the nitty gritty parts for me. He's got this. He makes Tron. Tron's like, cool. Yeah, I'm the Norton antivirus of this. And then Clue's just like, as soon as like Flynn's out of the picture, Clue's like, I think I got this. This is mine now.
Wouldn't it be funny if Tron's like, if his actual name, like Tron's his nickname, but his actual name is like Norton McAfee? I just think that would be really funny.
And every time he confronts someone, he's like, Avast!
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. All right.
I like
Moving
that.
on. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So they explain all that setup really quick. And now we're kind of in this world with Beck, who's like a young man a young program man. I don't know. And his friends, and they're in kind of like they're hanging and stuff when Clue makes his return. I guess he's been gone, like he had been defeated. He shows back up with a bunch of cronies and starts taking over, kills Beck's buddy named Bodhi. And
I want a buddy named Bodhi. Yeah. It's just
a buddy named Bodhi.
It'd be super easy to remember. Okay. Yeah, Bodhi gets killed / what do they call it? Derezzed?
Derezzed.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you res someone, but this is derezzed.
Yeah. So
which means you killed him.
Yeah, he's erased essentially. And here's where we find out that the guy who has him captive, who has Beck captive is actually Tron, who everyone thought was dead.
Yeah. So yeah, Tron disguised as one of Clue's minions.
Yeah.
Captured Beck because like Beck tried to fight back, captured him during all the confusion of the hostile takeover and everything, and is like just hardcore interrogating him. And then we're seeing like basically the events of everything that took place. We're seeing it all through flashbacks of him being interrogated by who we think is this soldier that belongs to Clue until, we get to this the halfway point of the episode. And I was thinking, yeah, this is definitely a test. This has got to be Tron. And then it's revealed it's Tron. But he's got scars like all over the place. And by scars, I mean he's got like corrupt data like all over him. So, which I think is it's a cool representation.
Yeah, I like the way that damage is portrayed in this. Like it makes sense, I guess, for digital things. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It looks neat. And he has scars that basically can't heal fully. So he has to kind of keep them at bay by going into this healing chamber periodically.
Yeah, having his registry checked.
Yeah,
basically just doing that, running the little command prompts. That's how he does it.
Yeah, he's defragging.
Yeah. Gotta get defragged. Yeah, so he's basically just kind of like, hey man, yeah, so we gotta fight back against this dude, and I'm a wreck. I can't do this, but you're young and spry. Put my clothes on. You got this. And Beck's like, what? All right. Well, actually, he's just like, nah, I can't do that. I ain't good at this. I can't do that. And then Beck's like, friends all get kidnapped and everything. And then Beck's like, all right, I can do that.
Yeah, because Clue or I guess Tesla comes in, who is like one of Clue's generals, I guess.
Yeah.
And he...
the stretchy arms.
Yeah, right. And he essentially like is taking over that section of, what is it called? Argon City.
Grid.
Yeah, of the grid, Argon City.
Yeah.
So he's taking over that section, and then he's going to initiate these death games, essentially. And like he said it like it's gonna happen, but then he just decides to do it. He fast forwards. He's like, all right, we're just gonna do these now because this Tron dude's on the loose. So we're just gonna fast forward our progress here. And in doing so, that's what really, I guess, inspires or convinces Beck to take over the mantle of Tron so he can save his friends.
Yeah, and I got to say, like, the action in this was pretty cool. Like, I was wondering how that was going to play out, like, how it would look. They did a pretty good job with it, man. Like, it was really cool.
Yeah, it actually looks really good as far as CG goes.
Yeah, him chasing down the train, and that fight on the train was awesome.
I like how surprised that dude was when he spared him, that henchman.
Yeah.
Because he was fighting him on the side of the train, and then he raised his disc like he was about to de-res the minion, and then he just like separated the train car, thinking he was on the one that had his friends in it, but he didn't. And the guy was just like yelling at him like, why'd you spare me? Why?
Hey, why?
Yeah.
Why didn't you de-res me? I want to be de-resed.
I pray for de-resing. He eventually reaches his friends on the train and is able to free them after a fight with the stretchy arms of doom of Tesla.
Yeah, it's a hero story. You got the friends will get saved.
Right.
Oh,
Tesla also ends up killing that minion who he spared because that guy helped him out. That minion helped him find his friends, and he's like, yay, we're all good now. Like, we're settled. And then, yeah.
That was a moment that I wanted to ask you about in particular, how that moment hit with you. Is that a moment you saw coming, or was it a moment that surprised you?
No, it's a moment I saw coming because that guy, he was unnamed henchman, and he appeared twice and still didn't get a name. So he did not have long for this world. And you see that.
So this is where so I got the opposite effect. Like it actually kind of surprised me because I was just like, okay, like, they had him take the helmet off. He turned on Clue and ended up helping save Beck's friends and everything. And I think it was because, honestly, that he took the helmet off and everything that I was just like, oh, he's going to end up joining Beck. Like, he's going to end up being kind of like a confidant or something.
Nope.
Almost like almost like a rival kind of thing, like a friend rival thing, and like they're gonna clash multiple times or something, that like where he's gonna be a conflicted character that runs into Beck, from time to time.
You made a whole story for him for how quickly he was killed.
That's where I thought this was gonna happen, but no, dude just gets killed immediately, and I was like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
All right. See ya. Go join Bodhi and the virtual death. I guess.
One person I did think, and maybe she does at some point, but I thought Paige, who was like one of Teslar's like other, I don't know, minions, whatever. Like, she's a really good fighter, but she was like kind of questioning the way he was doing things. And so I was like, okay, I feel like she's going to turn on him at some point. I don't know that she ever does, but that's the impression I was getting from her.
I was getting that too partway through this episode.
Like, if not a hero, then at least like a Catwoman anti-hero kind of thing.
Yeah, my thought was at least we're going to see lots of clues that lead up to, like, eventually she's going to betray Tesla and take him down.
Right.
Or at least not act and allow Beck to take him down. So
yeah, that was my impression. I don't know that it ever happens, but that's just what I was feeling from it.
I agree with that.
So yeah, this is where Beck finally goes back to Tron. He gets the white suit and everything now. Like, he's officially he's officially Tron's, I don't know, successor now.
Yeah. So he is now going by, when he's wearing the suit, he is going by Tron. Like, people recognize him as Tron when he's out and about, though the baddies, like Clue's minions and Teslar's minions, are trying to downplay him being the identity, him being Tron, and just referring to him as the renegade.
Right.
They don't want people to think that it's Tron, but everybody else is like, oh, dang, that's Tron. Look at that white suit. That's Tron.
They don't want people thinking it's Tron, one, because they truly think Tron is dead, since a couple of them witnessed his death. And then also because they don't want an uprising to happen by people being inspired by the new Tron.
And we already saw here that, like, this dude already had inspired someone to jump sides that quick, and dude had to kill him, like, immediately. So.
Right. And he even commented that, like, he didn't like the way he was, like, I don't know, inspiring his people or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like the effect you have on my soldiers or something like that, like right after he killed that guy. So
yeah. So that was the first episode. Good start. Really, like,
it was a good start. It was longer than all the other ones. So I was a little worried about it, but it was pretty good. It was pretty strong.
It was paced well. Yeah. And it gave you, you know what? I feel like it could have cut off at one point. I don't remember exactly what point that was, but maybe it was like right when he like accepted the Tron reveal. Yeah. I feel like that is where it could have been a part 1, part 2 episode, but that was only like, I don't know, 13 or 14 minutes in or something. So I get why they didn't.
Yeah.
But that was the only spot for me that felt a little bit weird of a transition, because it felt like it should have been a cut, but it was fine otherwise.
Yep.
So the second episode we watched for today's show was a part 1 of 2 parts, which is Scars Part 1, season 1, episode 9, which was the highest rated, right? Yeah.
Yes, this was.
An old friend who betrayed and crippled Tron arrives in Argon City. Tron will not let anything stand in his way to achieve his revenge, not even Beck. Man, Tron is very upset this entire episode.
Yeah, this was surprising to see, like, Tron take a very I don't know, he was very different. He took a real different turn where, like, he was getting real violent in this one.
Yeah.
Just because of this one guy that shows up that we don't know what the story is, but you can tell, like, they had some past beef. This is the vacuum guy, Dyson. As soon as Dyson appears on the grid, like, Tron is just like, Tron wants this guy dead.
Yeah, he's like, just derez him or bring him to me and I'll derez him, basically.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, like, Mr. like, no one can die, no one can be derez. You protect everybody, you do what's right. This guy, he's like, no, we kill him.
Yeah,
this guy dies.
Everybody but Dyson gets to live. We also see Tron's like scars start reacting to him hearing or just being around Dyson or Dyson being near. So it's like you can see that connection there as well.
I see why this is the highest rated episode, because this got me very interested. This really shapes a lot of the world too, and I was wondering if this made things a little bit more clear for you as far as how this little digital world was kind of shaped, or the position that the world was in. That we get a lot of flashbacks here. Like the majority of this episode is flashbacks belonging to Tron and Dyson back at the beginning of things, before Clue revolted and basically caused like a civil war.
Before he took over the grid, essentially, where these Tron and Dyson are both working as like security essentially for this utopia that's being built. And these essentially, I don't know, immigrants start to appear.
ISOs.
These ISOs start appearing, and Tron's very like pro, like, yeah, let them in, like and everyone's invited, we're all equal here, et cetera, et cetera. And then Dyson's going along with it. He's like, yeah, sure, fine, whatever. But Clue is starting to show like, no, like they don't belong here because they're not part of the original program or something. But Flynn being there as well, we get to see Flynn come in, is talking about how, the grid is intended for all programs to be shared freely. And then he's trying to just make peace here and have everyone come in. But that's when we see someone, and I don't know if it's ever revealed who it was, but it feels like obviously a plant or something.
It would get, yeah.
Yeah, but it's someone throws a disc from the ISO side of things and hits one of the Tron, or one of the soldiers, I don't know what they're called at this point, one of the security programs. And that's when it's like, oh, now it's basically a war between them. Like this battle ensues. And at this point, Dyson is, a good guy.
Dyson was the one that got hit too.
Right, because he's trying to defend everyone. He's trying to help everyone. And
he got hit real close.
Got like part of his face sliced off by one of those discs. And we, I guess, get to see that he was fixed up by Clue and kind of molded into a new person, but a person who's very like all for Clue's ideals now, and no longer, trying to aim for peace or anything that Flynn and Tron are shooting for.
Yeah, he wants the ISOs eliminated.
Right.
And that's not what Flynn stood for, and it's definitely not what Tron wants to allow. So we see that Dyson helps Clue take Tron out, and essentially what they thought killed him. So like Dyson literally watched Clue, quote unquote, kill Tron. Just kind of watch when they used to be like best buds. So pretty rough stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty rough stuff. That would be like you just watching some dude just kill me, and you're just like, yeah, all right. And I'd be like, once I reveal I'm still alive. Yeah, I'd be pretty mad at you, dude. If you were just standing there watching, I'd be mad at you.
I just feel like there's more to it in the second half of this thing that we didn't see. Because, where it left off, it's like, okay, I get why he'd be a little upset, but not like murder this man upset, de-res him at all cost upset. So,
yeah, I bet Dyson had something to do with what instigated the battle in the first place.
Guess. Surely something terrible happened because of Dyson, or at least Dyson was a part of it. So, we got half of the story there, but it was enough. Like, it was really intense.
It was
good. This like half of the episode, basically, or half of the full episode. And we get to see, like, Beck goes in there and confronts Tron. He's like, dude, like, I'm not letting you kill someone for revenge. Like, that's not what you've taught me or how you've taught me. And then he just knocks Beck out, and he's like, all right, well, I didn't ask your permission for this. And then
dude, like, and he takes the suit back for himself and the disc, and I was like, oh man, Tron's out for revenge.
Oh yeah. So
I really want to see the next episode.
Right.
I kept myself from watching it.
Definitely a cliffhanger where it's like, dang, what is going to happen? Surely Tron is not going to murder this man, but you know what? He might. Because
if you gotta
We definitely didn't see Dyson in the next episode.
You just watch yourself, Joseph, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, just watch yourself. If you ever turn on me,
I'll watch my back.
I'm going to derez you. You're going to be like, res me, bro. And I'm going to be like, no.
Derez.
One thing I did want to say, I really like the idea of the ISOs of like, because I was like, in a world where everything is programmed, how do you have differences and stuff? So the idea that there are these, I don't know if you want to say a race, but like a race of programs basically that manifested all on their own and were not programmed by Flynn.
Right.
That's interesting to me, and that's why they're hated by others.
Right, because they're kind of like opposite of the order that especially Clue is aiming for.
Yes,
they're free radicals essentially because the grid has just created them from nothing. So they're kind of like, I don't know, like almost elementals if you think of it from a nature standpoint.
Yeah. I just thought that was such a cool idea, and that maybe that was part of some kind of Tron lore before this. I don't know because I'm not that super versed in it, but I love that idea a lot. I think that was really cool.
Yeah, agreed. I see why this episode also was the highest rated, even though out of the three we saw, like they were all good. Like this one was definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
But the last one we watched for today's show was No Bounds, season 1, episode 18, chosen by EpicOtter.
Thank you, Epic.
Yeah, thank you, Epic. This one was actually really interesting. I'm glad you chose it because it gave us a new perspective on things. And really, like,
oh man,
the last two episodes were like, man, Tron's kind of messed up in different ways.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Tron's like this is basically like old man Batman
Bruce
at
Wayne.
this point. Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I was getting definitely like some Batman Beyond kind of vibe, like the grizzled old angry Bruce Wayne sort of vibe from Tron.
Yeah, because this is, and what we mean by that essentially is that Beck's not the first Robin here.
Yeah. And the first Robin comes back in a real big bad way. This is Cyrus.
Yeah.
And man, this guy's terrifying.
The tension here was really high, especially once he infiltrated his friend group. It was like, oh man, what is he going to do? Because, okay, they don't know at this point. Nobody knows except for Beck's boss, Abel, that Beck is the renegade / Tron.
Yes.
So, and he's trying to keep that a secret to keep not only himself safe, but everyone else around him safe. And then we get this guy, Cyrus, who comes in, and he was I don't know if he is the only original renegade or if he's the very first one. Yeah, like, I don't know if there were others in between is what I'm saying, but he was one of the previous renegades. And so Beck had been told by Tron that he was like the only one or whatever, like that was his first choice.
Yes.
Whatever. So then bringing this, it not only brings Cyrus into the picture as like this villainous or this like this evil force for this part of the show, but also it really causes a lot of doubt on behalf of Beck towards Tron. It's like, if you're lying to me about this, what else are you lying about?
Exactly. And then Cyrus is this like unhinged, just extremely jealous, angry, just corrupted person who is he's just looking to cause chaos.
And he does.
And he does that by stealing the doesn't he? I was trying to remember, did he steal I couldn't figure it out at first. Did he steal the disc and swap it out and give him a corrupted disc, which is why when Beck got it back it attacked him, but Cyrus ended up going out looking like Tron and then killed somebody and blew up some stuff. So then it made like all the people that Tron had been kind of saving and trying to help have now turned on him. And like now not only do the bad guys hate him, all of the good people he's been trying to save, they all fear and hate him too. And it compounds and gets even worse by the end of the episode.
Right. Yeah. There's definitely not a happy ending here. And
no.
So all this is going off. Oh man, this actually, you know what? This episode made me really sad for this. For
Abel.
Yeah. We only got to see Abel like very sparsely here and there, but that doesn't take away from the impact that this scene had where Cyrus has set off, or he's attached a bomb. He's captured both Tron and Beck's friends, Mara and Zed. Yeah. And then he has a bomb attached to both of them, basically giving him that choice where it's like, you can only save one. And here's the key to do that.
Yeah, it's the Dark Knight thing. You got to save either Rachel or you got to save Harvey Dent. Which one you going to do?
Right. And so luckily, Abel is there with him when he gets that news. Like, all right, well, dude, you go save my friends. You go save Mara and Zed, and I'll save Tron, or I'll figure it out. So he gives him the key that is like supposedly the only key that's going to open these, or undo these bombs. And then he goes, finds Tron. They get all the bombs deactivated and everything, but then they find out that, or while holding the bomb as he's rescued Mara and Zed, like the bomb goes off in his hands, and then it's a really sad scene. Because he basically just like tells them to run because this thing is triggering all these explosives around him. And I'm thinking like, well, maybe he's going to get out of it. He did not.
No.
So stakes were really high there. We also get to see how Cyrus, like I was saying a little bit earlier, basically stuck himself into Beck's friend group first and was essentially like trying to just get Beck to admit that he's Tron in front of his friends.
Yeah, he was like doxing him, basically.
Yeah.
To keep using, digiterms. He was doxing them in front of his friends.
Yeah.
And also, I gotta say too, the big fight scene between Beck and Cyrus, and then Cyrus and Tron was so intense.
That was good.
Like, it's crazy. Like, you could feel, like, this is a cartoon, man. You could feel the hate dripping off of these cartoon characters in this fight. It was so good. Yeah, I was kind of blown away by it, to be honest. So, geez, I gotta say, like, kudos to Aaron Paul for that. Like, I mean, Aaron Paul is intense, and he typically plays very intense characters, but like him playing Cyrus here, oh my God, he like, I can picture that big freaking vein in Aaron Paul's forehead when he gets all riled up. I can see it when he's voicing this dude. Whew.
So ultimately, I don't know if Cyrus survived or
I think he
got
did.
away. It looks like he did.
I think he did. Yeah.
So
all that for nothing, man.
Right. And then, like, at the end of it all, like, Beck dressed up as Tron, or in his Tron suit, goes to try to save, Abel, Mara, and Zed. And then as he arrives is when the bomb goes off that kills Abel. And then they're just thinking, or Mara says at first that, like, Tron did this, like, he killed Abel. And so, because he's there, like, on the scene, and everyone thinks it was his fault in the first place. So then,
now his best friends turn on him. Oh,
yeah. So he lost. Essentially, like, they half won the battle against Cyrus because he ended up getting away. He lost Abel, and his friends or essentially thinks he's evil. So everyone's against him. And that's what Tron ends up telling him. It's like, hey, man, it's only going to get worse from here. Like, this sucks and everyone hates you.
Right. It's like, hey, bro, this ain't even bottom yet. This ain't rock bottom. Like, hey, sorry to tell you, but
yeah.
So
things are pretty bad for Beck right now at the end of this one.
That's rough. That is rough.
And this is the second to last episode. I don't know what happens in the last one that can wrap that up.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Like, maybe it got canceled early. I'm not sure because I can't. Yeah, I don't see how they could have fixed it up that quickly. Maybe that's why we don't get to see the transition or what happens to Beck prior to Legacy, because maybe it just got ended before it was supposed to. Who knows? Well, Chris, looks like it's about time we send in our kids to help out Beck on his quest to stop the tyrannical forces of Clue, or maybe just unplug the computer and plug it back in. Then see what they thought of Tron Uprising.
I thought the last Tron movie was a big old snooze fest, but this cartoon was really cool. Like, maybe it should have always been a cartoon. Is this what VR games are like? I thought they were just a bunch of chubby knuckles running around stalking anime girls.
Overall, this cartoon was kind of awesome. I don't know much about computers, but but I do love the idea of battles for supremacy going on inside of them at all times. Luckily, mine is protected by my good friend Blasternaut from Math Blaster, who, might I add, will bestow justice by subtracting evil from the equation. And I suspect he can take care of things in a fraction of the time that takes Tron.
Okay, so if you were going to make a digital world all of your own, what would it be like? Would it be like this, or would it be something like completely different? Would it look like a certain kind of video game? Like, would you make your own like Dark Souls world for yourself to live in? What would you do?
I would need to have options, like, because my mind changes constantly and I get bored easily. So I can't just stick with one thing. It's got to have multiple worlds that I could visit at any point in time. Am I feeling like fantasy today? Sure, let me go to Fantasyland. Am I feeling like Dark Souls, grim dark kind of stuff today? Let me go there. You know, I need it to have like different portals I can go into that take me to different places.
So you would create a living Steam library, essentially, where you could like pop into anything.
Right. I'm going to take it back to Reboot. I just need like to be able to go to different games, basically, game worlds.
Okay. So you would create more of a Reboot world than you would create a Tron world.
Yeah, Tron world, I feel like, oh, it's cool at first. It's like, you know, it's futuristic. Everything's crazy sleek and neon lights everywhere. But then I'd be like, okay, I'm kind of bored of all that. I want to give me like an open field or something. Like, let me touch grass.
You go touch grass. You loser. Yeah, at least Flynn can come and go, or at least could for a while. You know, at one time he could.
Yeah.
So that's not fair to those programs. They're stuck there.
But they don't know any better, right? And why don't they program like any kind of like artificial nature thing in there?
That's a real good question too.
If they can program like flesh.
Well, then here's the thing. Maybe Flynn isn't that great of a programmer. Like maybe he was only like a 3D like body sculptor, you know.
Maybe
he didn't really do much else.
Maybe he was just a big fan of either cyberpunk aesthetic or Blade Runner. I guess would be more accurate. He was just a big Blade Runner fan. So he's like, I just want to live inside Blade Runner all the time.
I mean, to be honest, though, Blade Runner would have like lots of like cool buildings and stuff with like lots of like Asian influenced architecture and shops and things.
So maybe Flynn was just like a amateur programmer.
That's what I'm thinking.
He's like, I can program boxes and lights. That's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is what if Flynn wasn't really that good at programming? Like, what if it was a fluke? What if he goofed and Tron, what if he made Tron by accident? Like, I mean, or the Grid. What if he made that by accident and it just kind of worked out, you know?
Yeah, like all he knew how to make in 3ds Max was a grid, and that just kind of formed its own.
He made the Grid and Clue, and like maybe that took care of the rest.
Right, because we know the Grid creates its own stuff now.
That's true. That's very true.
That's a weird rabbit hole. Either way, like, I couldn't live in that world the whole time. I would need variety.
It's too dark, too much blue light, man. I'd be up forever. I'd never sleep again.
I don't even know if you need to sleep in that world.
Oof, I don't like the sound of that.
I am curious, though, like, if all this, I mean, I need to see Tron, I guess, to understand, but why doesn't he just, like, reset his computer or something, or unplug it? If, like, that bad stuff's going on inside of it, why you leave it running?
You'd have to see the film, man. You'd have to see the film.
All right. I'll watch it just to know why they don't just turn it off. All right.
Yeah.
So overall, what did you think of this show? Having seen both the films, I'm curious to hear your opinion of it.
Sure. I'll say for one, I think this show goes hard, man. This show goes real hard. Like, it looks amazing, and we didn't touch too much on the animation, but the animation's really cool. It's very stylized. It is like a CGI type of animation, so it's not like hand-drawn or anything. And it's also very like lots of darks, which sounds very redundant, but I mean, like, you know, rich blacks, lots of blues. It's kind of what you would expect from a Tron cartoon, but it sounds amazing. The cast is astonishing. The writing was way better than I expected. especially for a movie spinoff cartoon. I feel like historically shows like that are total afterthoughts from their movie counterparts and usually pretty poorly done. But I think this had a ton of work and thought put into it, and it shows because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I like this show leaps and bounds better than I like the movies by far, and I'm talking about both movies. So I'd rather watch this than watch the original Tron movie or the sequel for sure. There's lots of high stakes. There's really intense moments in both the action and the drama of it. So I had a great time. I really did, and I actually want to watch more of this thing. So I never really counted myself a Tron fan, like, at all, but like this has me kind of invested. So I had to give this cartoon 5 bowls of ISO cereal out of 5.
Yeah, before starting this one, I came in with just zero expectations because I had no real idea of what the world of Tron was even about, aside from the neon lights and futuristic motorcycles, like just what I've seen in any screenshot ever of Tron. Which this also does have those, but it helped me to piece together at least some of the story and get just a general understanding of it, at least enough to where it caught my interest and was easy enough to follow. I really did dig the animation style too, like you were saying, which lent itself very well to the action sequences. Like those were really well done. And anytime you throw Lance Henriksen into something, like that will definitely get my attention.
That's what pulled you in.
Yeah, that's what pulled me in. Plus the stakes were did seem pretty high. And the more I watched, the more nervous I got about everyone open carrying those death frisbees around. Like once Clue's dethroned, I hope that they incite some better frisbee control. Cause like, man, why does everyone have those things that they can kill you instantly?
Could you imagine like what frolfing is like in that world?
I don't even know what that is in this world.
Frisbee golf.
Oh, that sounds dumb.
Have you ever played frisbee golf?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even. So you just throw the frisbee as far as you can and then towards the net hole?
The hole is basically usually like kind of this like station with like a chain kind of basket and stuff. And it's just like a golf course kind of where like, you know, there's quite a bit of distance and a lot of times you can't see where the thing is yet. Yeah, you got to throw your disc real far, and then where it lands, when you catch back up to it, you have to throw it like certain ways or try to arc it to get around trees or whatever else. And, golf rules, like lowest score, like lowest amount of throws to the hole, wins and everything. I can't believe you've never done it.
That just sounds like a college dorm room kind of thing.
It is absolutely a hippie stoner college thing for sure. Yeah, I've only done it a few times, but I gotta tell you, in that world, that's deadly. That's a deadly game.
It would be like if in cornhole you were throwing grenades instead of little hacky sacks.
Basically.
Yeah, so death frisbees, real scary. Otherwise, pretty good show. And all that said, I'd give Tron Uprising 4.5 big bowls of Get a Clue cereal out of 5. And this did actually make me more interested in watching the original Tron and the sequel. But you've kind of like made me change my mind on that, or at least to the point where it's like, well, maybe I should just watch this series and leave it at that and accept Tron as just this series.
I think you should watch it.
Okay.
I think it'll make this show more enjoyable for you.
Or at least help me like piece it together a little better. Yeah.
I'll say this. I think watching this show actually made me appreciate a few things. It made me appreciate the story of the movies more than I did when I watched them. Because the first Tron movie, I was kind of like, yeah, it's all right. I know a lot of people love it. A lot of people are like, this is the greatest movie ever made. And I'm just kind of like, it's all right, I guess. Visually, it ain't great. It does not hold up visually. It's so hot. The sequel visually looks amazing, but like, I don't know, man, I need a cup of coffee to make it through there. But after watching this, I feel like I understand the world a little bit more now. And so now I'm kind of a little bit more interested to maybe go back and rewatch those. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do a community watch or something with these.
Yeah, if anybody would want to join for Tron, I don't know how long Tron is, the movie.
Let us know.
But I guess like even without the knowledge of the movies behind me, it still was a really good show for what it was. And even if it was just the show, I'd feel like, man, this is a really cool like universe.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that watching the movies just kind of reinforces that.
I feel like it probably will, because I think the world itself is pretty awesome. Like it's an awesome idea for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Before we go, I just want to thank someone who left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. So thank you to You Just Killed Me. Thanks for that 5-star review. That's the name they put, is You Just Killed Me.
Huh. We just derezzed him. Okay. Or her.
Yeah. They do have a suggestion for us, though the way we're doing suggestions just very different at the moment. And to be honest, we are not going to be taking suggestions moving forward. More info to come later on, but we're not going to be taking any more suggestions once we finish our Patreon picks, which we are going to finish our last one here.
This is the last one?
Uh-huh. The one we're about to announce next.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought there was one more. Okay, got it. Well, first of all, thank you, Epic, for suggesting this to us. I know that you're huge into Tron, so I'm curious to dive further into this world. But if it was just based on this show alone, I see why you like Tron.
Yeah, big time, man. Thank you so much for suggesting this. I'm super excited to dive in and watch more.
Well, listeners, it looks like our milk supply is now run dry, so it's time for us to say goodbye. And next week, we'll be watching
Knights on the Galactic Railroad, suggested by Patreon supporter and our humble editor, Jack Fox.
Knights on the what
Night.
railroad?
Night on the Galactic Railroad.
Oh, man. I think Knights on the Galactic Railroad would have been a lot cooler, but
yeah, it's not
we'll
about
see.
knights. It's about a kitty cat, I think.
Oh, all right.
Pretty sure it's about a couple kitty cats. It's I believe this is an 80s anime film.
Oh, interesting.
I'm fairly certain. Now, it's not a Ghibli thing, but I do think it's similar from what I remember. Like, I remember looking up some info on this a while back. Who did this? It was done by Kenji Miyazawa in 1985. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Interesting. Okay, I know nothing of this, so it's going to be a complete surprise to me.
Whee!
Well, once again, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Chris.
We'll see you next Saturday.
Presented by Nerdsloth.
A place for lazy nerds.
If you like what you heard, consider donating at patreon.com/nerdsloth so we can continue bringing you quality shows. Be sure to also leave us a review and share your favorite episodes and clips on social media. If you're looking for more content, visit us at nerdsloth.com.